Hi guys, it's Jimmy, and today I'm reviewing my latest vintage purchase, which is this uh, early 1970s Heuer Calculator. So just quickly give you the specs of this watch. It has the in-house Hoya caliber 12 automatic chronograph movement with the date function, 45mm case in that cushion style case. It has the calculating type of bezel, which for pilots can do all kinds of calculations. With the caliber 12, obviously you've got the winding crown on the left hand side and it pushes on the right hand side. It's got like the 30-minute totalizer here and a 12-hour totalizer there, so you can time up to 12 hours. Date at the 6 o'clock position. Obviously it's a tritium hands and tritium plots on the dial. It's blue dial, kind of hard to pick up, but it is blue. In original condition, unpolished. Original pushers. You see the shape of the pushers are not just round, quite nice. Kind of splined. Original signed crown. And on the original Hoya bracelet. And I think the bracelet's full size, quite large. Inside the clasp, you've got the manufacturer. So the manufacturer is, let me see, of course it's upside down. It's JB Champion. So there's the signature there, stainless steel USA, JB Champ. That's really cool. And it's a very interesting bracelet. Seems to be all folded link, but really well done. It's got that spine or whatever it is running through the center of the links, as you can see on the inside there. Now, so I've got all of my Hoya collection out. Not that I'm a Hoya collector, but over the years you acquire some here and there. This is my most expensive piece so far, but a little bit of a story that comes with this watch. A few days before buying this, I went into town, was at my authorized dealer talking about Patek and what Patek Philippe I want next, or what I'm waiting on next, and what I want to do in the future, and blah blah blah. And that's sort of the pinnacle for me now. Who knows where it goes from here? But I seem to be sharply focused on Patek Philippe. But leaving the authorized dealer, I walked just down the road, ended up in an Oris boutique, which has just opened in Melbourne. It's only been open a short while, and Oris is where I started, so I wanted to go and have a look. Being a boutique, if it's got a lot more variety in there, and sure enough, they did have a lot of nice, different colored dials and interesting things, like a few of the pointed dates I liked, a few of the Diver 65s with colored dials and things. I was really interested in having a look, to the point where I was thinking about buying. So as I was in there with my son, there was a couple in there that were looking at pretty much everything. They didn't know what they were really looking at, because one second they're looking at one type of watch, then they're asking about something else, and they didn't really understand it, but they were having a good time looking at everything. Anyway, I waited in there for probably, 20 minutes, and then I realized I'm going to be waiting too long, as there was only one gentleman working in there. So we left, my son and I, we left the store, and the whole time I was thinking about, I would have really liked to have a look at some of them. And coming home, I mentioned to my brother, which is a collector also, about how I went in there and I didn't get to have a look. And sure enough, he headed in, I think it was the following day, he had to go in for lunch or something, and he ended up in the Oris boutique, and he ended up buying himself one of the Aquas divers with like I'm trying to think which, he got like the emerald green dial on on a really nice green rubber strap, come with a bracelet as well. They gave him a 4-watch box. Yeah, they put on the works for him, yeah. Anyway, comes to Monday, he shows me this watch that he's bought. And then it's really, yeah, the bug has bitten me because I know I wanted to have a good look and maybe purchase something. So sure enough, I end up back in the city on that Monday with some money in my pocket, ready to buy another another Oris, which is, you know, kind of funny. That's where I started. I've had 3 or 4 Orises over my collecting time. Still got a couple of them. And as we've headed in, gone past one of the second-hand vintage watch dealers, walked in there, had a good chat, and saw this Heuer Calculator. And I go, well, I haven't seen one of them in person before. So he's taking it out of the cabinet, having a good look at it. My brother's having a good look at it. He was really interested in it too. And as we're just looking at it, the dealer just throws a price. And we sort of stood back a second. My brother and I looking at each other, and I didn't say anything. And my brother just tells him, we're taking it. One of us will take it. It's ours. Just hold it. We're going to do a few more things and we'll be back. And we left the shop, and I say to my brother, I go, so you buying it, are you? And he goes, nah, you're going to buy it. I go, oh, no, I don't want to. I want to get myself an Oris. Anyway, so we walk over to the Oris boutique, go to walk in, notice that the lights are off. This is a Monday at about 11 a.m. Lights are off, no watches out, no one in there, all locked up. I realize, what's going on? It's closed. Okay, so we head on, we have some lunch, walk past again, still closed. So it sort of ticked me off, thinking, I've come back wanting to support the brand. They're not even open. So where'd I go? Straight back to the vintage dealer. And I mentioned to my brother again, I go, are you buying it? Because it's yours if you want it, take it. And he goes, no, you're gonna buy it. So I walked in there, paid for this and brought it home. And I'm glad I did. It's a real plum. It's just an honest, original piece. Hasn't been bashed around. It's I've been wearing it all week. Actually, it keeps really good time. Chronograph runs really nicely. Love those yellow hands. They really pop. Plus the tritium aging in the yellow hands is really cool. Love the fact that it's a Hoya signed JB Champ bracelet. Very unique. The first little video I did on this, I can't remember who left the comment. One of you guys left a comment there saying, is that intentional, the H link for Hoya? So here we've got a really sharp, keen eye. That's certainly, now that's all I can see is those H's. And it's also, they've got a really nice taper to them. A lot of effort went into making this bracelet. So I'm quite glad I went this way. I've still got my Orises that, originally sort of started my collecting journey. So really I don't need a modern one. Maybe it'll still happen in the future, who knows? But for now, I'm much happier bringing this home. And enjoying it. Oh, by the way, the reference is 110633. The reference is actually stamped on that part of the dial there. Case. And it's got the, I believe it's the serial number. I haven't looked up the serial number to work out what the year is, but there's a serial number printed just here. I think they started in around 72 or something like that. A little bit of research I've done, but definitely, so this has the caliber 12 in it, which when you take the case back off, it just looks like the chronograph module on the back. There's no winding rotor. It's got a micro rotor which is underneath the chronograph module, which is quite interesting. It's only got a plain case back, and of course I'll put on the wrist. It fits me quite well. and it's comfortable, doesn't dig in anywhere. Really enjoying wearing it. So I've got the other Hoya stuff that I've collected over the years. This one here, the Tag Heuer, is actually a watch I bought my wife about more than a decade ago. And it is I think it's the Formula One or something. It's a quartz one. It's a Formula One, yeah. So it's the stainless steel with the little diamonds in the bezel, with the stainless steel and ceramic bracelet. She wore it for, I don't know, a year or two then, and I've got the diamonds on the dial as well. I believe the battery's gone flat on this one. That's the problem with quartzes. But yeah, there's that piece. My wife, I remember she enjoys wearing that. What's going on? There you go. This one here I bought at a military fair. So this is a quartz Hoya diver. And the interesting thing is it's like a transitional piece. I did a lot of research on this when I got it at, I can't remember the year, that it's 83 or 84 when Hoya was transitioning to Tag Heuer. And I don't know if it's like the spare parts that were left, they still were putting Hoya dials, but it's got the Tag Heuer case back. Tag Heuer case back. It's got the Hoya bracelet, Hoya crown. Cool little bezel, still works really well too. And I've had this, I don't know, well over a decade. And I've only changed the battery once in it. The crystal needs some polishing, I think. But I've only changed the battery once in it, and it's still going. So I don't know how many years it's been going with this battery, but still going. Doesn't have a screw down crown, but it does say that it's a 200-meter diver. So this is a Hoya 2000 professional, 200 meters. Loom on the dial's quite washed out, as you can see. Hands are still hanging onto the loom, gone quite dark. It's got this sort of president looking bracelet. Nice Hoya stamped clasp. It's all done properly like a diver should, in like a bead blast, so it doesn't have any reflection. And it has, of course, the diver's extension, unstamped. So, just a cool little piece. It's probably about 36 millimeters, quite compact. So there's that. Got a pocket chrono here. So this is a single pusher. A little wind up. So once to start, once to stop, reset. And then this I just picked up yesterday. Pretty cool, split second. So interestingly, you have to wind this piece. And once you wind it, as you can hear, it's running. I don't know if it's because it's a split second. The movement is always running even when it's not operating. So of course there's the start. Then you can split. And if you press split again, it catches up. Then you can stop. Obviously restart if you want. You can resplit. You do what you want. And then when you've got to stop it, you can reset it. And I've got to look up a bit more on this. I'm thinking it might be a flyback as well, but I don't want to fly back. I don't want to try unless I know that I actually can do that, in case I damage the movement somehow. But I haven't dated it yet. Just a wild guess. I'm thinking 60s, late 60s. It's got the black, like a DLC coating over the bezel here, center bits. Yeah, it's not stainless, it's probably just nickel coated or something. Still got the sticker in bad shape, but I'm gonna get a loop and see if I can still find the reference number on there. just a cool piece. It's quite large too. Yeah. I like these, are good display pieces for cabinets and that, and not too expensive. Although I was looking on Chrono and that, there's people like, oh, split second Hoyas, they're asking, I don't know, $700-800, and I got this quite cheap. So that worked out well. Found it at like a vintage antique market. I've shown this before. It's my boxed yacht timer. I think it's a yacht timer. What's it called? Yep, my yacht timer. So this is truly new old stock with all the booklets and stuff. It's amazing to see it in its original condition. It's about 1980, original band. So that's what the sticker would have originally looked like on this. So there's that monster. And yeah, that is all, guys. Yeah, this calculator is really cool, really different. I realize that now I really do collect a lot of vintage chronographs, and this one's the most interesting yet. As much as it is cool owning a vintage Rolex Daytona, this is more fun. Bit quirky, bit more fun. If you do go out to a sort of watch event, this one's going to get a lot of questions, which is quite cool. So anyway, I'll reset this. And yeah, till next time, guys, take care. Bye-bye.